What's up? Eat a Hoagie's back. Today we're going to talk about what everybody's talking about, the Daniel Negreanu Doug Polk grudge match. Is it happening? How did it happen? How did we get to this point? Are these guys going to go? What are the odds? What are we talking about? We're going to talk about that stuff today. I'm going to show you kind of the timeline of how the hell we got here. If you don't know, Daniel Negreanu, Doug Polk, two big celebrity names in the poker universe. They've had, been butting heads for years, and now it looks like it's finally coming to a heads-up match. We don't have a set date yet, but as soon as we do, I'll make sure that we get that out there. But we do have a match. It seems like they've agreed to some kind of stakes for the most part. Some things they still have to maybe settle a little bit here, what they're going to try to figure out to do. But we're probably looking for September or October, I'm going to assume, for this matchup to start. So how the hell did we get here? Okay, well, it starts with this. So Negreanu has been streaming the WSOP events. Okay, he's been streaming these WSOP events online. Back in early July, in one of the events, which I was actually in myself, so I can attest to this because it was frustrating as hell. One of the games, they were having issues. They were having basically an overload on the server. People using Macs computers were having problems. So this is his stream here earlier in the month of July. I'm not going to show some of the stuff in here because actually some of the videos Doug Polk put up actually got taken off the site because of some of the things that Negreanu was saying. We'll talk a little more about that as well. So basically, Negreanu, this is one of the great screenshots there of him flipping out. The software is all jacked up. Negreanu's flipping out left and right on stream, okay? So he's, screaming, yelling, obscenities, and whatnot. Flash forward about a week or so later, somebody on one of the Twitch chats, now I haven't seen this and it's been taken off as well, but apparently what was said was someone was talking trash about his wife, Amanda, on the chat. Now, Negreanu is not an everyday streamer, so I guess he's not used to this. I thought maybe it was a publicity act at first, but it seems like he just didn't know how to handle someone talking trash about his wife. Instead of just having a mod, basically ban that person from chat or just deleting it, he actually gave into the troll and starts freaking out on the troll. To the point where he basically threatens this person and says that he's going to do all kinds of obscenities to this dude or woman, whoever was trolling, that I can't even say on air here, to that level of extent of just, basically graphic violence of what this person was going to do to their rear end. So Negreanu goes off on this, and he just rips into this person. So much so that he actually ends up getting banned from Twitch. He gets banned from Twitch for this. Okay, and this is where the fire really starts, because now Negreanu is just, he's had a couple crazy streams here and gets banned from Twitch. And if you remember, Twitch is they're pretty aggressive when it comes to these things. They'll kick people off pretty quickly. If you remember the whole Dr. Disrespect thing going on, you can check out our stuff on our Twitch page, Nerd Enthusiast, for more about that. Dr. Disrespect was kicked off of Twitch as well. So, famous Joey Ingram, he basically, another podcaster, he posts up on July 27th. He says, okay, can Doug and Daniel settle this by playing poker? Okay, because these guys been going at it forever. Doug's been talking trash on his podcast and streams about Daniel for years. So Joey kind of throws it out there to the wolves of the world of Twitter and, says, let's get this happening. Basically, Doug went on to his YouTube channel, starts talking trash about Daniel's freak out, and actually Doug's video gets ripped down as well. So they mostly, are going back at each other, back and forth and stuff, as what was happening. And Joey just says, can we just settle this and make it a heads-up match? So Doug, who's kind of said that he's retired from the online poker world for the most part, says that if this tweet gets 1K retweets, I will come back to poker for a no-limit heads-up for Roll's grudge match against Daniel Negreanu. So he kind of just throws it out there. He throws out the bait. Now, Doug's been baiting Negreanu for years. For years and years and years. And he throws it out there. I think he's just trying to get attention. You know, he's asking for 1,000 retweets. You know, he knows he's going to get 1,000 retweets. I think he's just trying to get his name out there. I think there was probably about a 10% chance that Doug actually thought that Negreanu was going to come back firing. And then all of a sudden, Negreanu does. He bites in. He bites in for this thing. And he talks to them and says, like, basically, look, you know, Negreanu knows that Heads Up is where Doug Polk, you know, made his earnings. You know, he knows that this is his spot. And he basically says, okay, so you want me to play a ton of tables heads up against you in the format that you've studied the most, anything else? And he's kind of being sarcastic here, you know, about this. And he knows that I think he knows that Polk has the edge in this situation. So, but he throws it out there. Then all of a sudden, it's starting to happen. Okay, so Ingram's kind of like the mediator in this situation, and he is trying to make it happen. And this is the best response here. Remember in Last Dance when media compared Michael Jordan to Clyde Drexler in the NBA Finals, and that didn't sit well with Michael Jordan? That's kind of how I feel about this comparison. So Negreanu is comparing himself to Michael Jordan of poker. He's basically calling himself the Michael Jordan of poker. The issue is this, okay? The issue is this. Negreanu might be a Michael Jordan in the world of TV, televised, live poker, okay? But we're talking heads up poker. It's a whole different realm, okay? This is like a guy playing in the NBA that's really good, shoots threes and, you know, all around, versus a trick shot, you know, dunk contest, you know, or just one-on-one. Like, it's a completely different animal. It's a completely different format here. So, yeah, I think Doug Polk playing Kid Poker in tournament series and say, you know, we got to play this many live events and this, and we're going to keep points and track. Negreanu comes out atop the whole time. I mean, he's got WSOP titles under his belt left and right for Player of the Year and for, you know, Player of Series and Championship. I mean, Negreanu, hands down, live is where it's at. Online, heads up, I got to go Polk. This is Polk's arena. This is Polk's arena here. So you know, Negreanu comes out there and says, you know, he's going to be, you know, basically coming into it. And now the trash starts even getting more. He basically says that Doug Polk is a clickbait YouTuber. And he basically says that, you know, Doug Polk has looked up Negreanu his whole life and, you know, basically starts talking trash and throwing it back at Doug Polk. And Doug Polk responds, says, you were one of my favorite players, but that didn't end because I made videos on. It ended so much because you totally sold out. Doug Polk is talking about when Negreanu pretty much made the move to Poker Stars. A lot of things were happening at Poker Stars where a lot of your normal players are getting pissed off. One of the things that Negreanu was pushing for was saying that, you know, oh, more rake is better because it helps the ecosystem. And Doug Polk just, you know, basically shatted on him after that point. He actually, even if you remember this, if you were at the World Series, I saw this and I said, oh my God, he really did it. Doug Polk took out a billboard advertisement outside the Rio a few years back, if you remember this. Here's the actual billboard here that he posted. He paid for it out of his money. So every day driving in the WSOP, you would see this. It was actually amazing to see. And it went to a fake site that Polk set up, basically trolling Negreanu for what things he said in support of Poker Stars and basically calling Negreanu a sellout and really sticking it to him. So after that was done, Doug Polk basically calls him out again and says, look, this guy's just going to talk trash. It's not, you know, it's not serious. He's not going to happen. Doug Polk's trying to poke the bear a little more there, but he doesn't believe it's going to happen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have some action. Yes, that's right. So they kind of started getting to terms and agreement. Negreanu comes out and says, look, we're going to do 200, 400 online. Okay, we're going to do 2 tables at a time. We're going to do no limit hold'em table stakes. And so I don't know. Right now, the early odds on some of these sites, they're putting Doug Polk as a favorite, and I assume you got to go with that. I mean, Doug Polk studied the heads-up game a lot more. Now, if this was heads-up live, I think that throws a whole different, you know, wrench in the system here. But we're talking online. You know, right now it says 200, 400 online is what it says down here by Negreanu. I would love to see half live, half online. I think that would be amazing. It puts a little bit in each person's corner a little bit of advantage, because Negreanu is a live player. He knows how to get in people's heads. He knows how to read very well in live situation. I just think Doug Polk has the online technology. He has the skills. He's studied this game. He's brought it up, and I think this is where he can really, you know, crush Negreanu heads up. Now, there's still things to be worked out here in this matchup, but you know, the celebrities are already coming out. Bill Perkins already saying this is going to be great for poker. It is going to be great for poker. They've already said it's not going to be for charity. They're just doing it for legit. You know, they're going to be doing it. They're going to be streaming it straight up. We don't know. They said somewhere between 10,000 and 25,000 hands. So we don't know how many days this is going to take or played over. I hope it's streamed because it is going to be great for poker. And even if they don't live stream it right away, but if they do it over, you know, let's say they record it and then they re-show it back, I think that's even great for poker. As long as we get this streamed one way or another, I think this is going to be a good thing and bring attention to the community. I would love to see a heads up live. We've seen Helmuth versus Antonio recently in a live battle there. There's some stuff on that. But I would like to see more and more of these heads-up battles. I think they are great for the game. I miss the great heads-up championship that I think was NBC used to host many years ago. That was a fun event. And I think you need these things to bring the game and keep, you know, keep people interested in this. But this is going to be great for poker. Once we have some more information, I'll make sure that we get some more content and information out for you guys. But that's pretty much how it went down. That's what's happening. And that's where we're going with this thing. So who do you guys got? Drop in the comments below. Let me know. You got Polk, you got Negreanu. I am Team Polk for this situation here. Now, if the things start switching up, there's maybe some different stakes, different ideas, you know, live poker. Yeah, maybe I change my mind. But right now, I got Team Polk. Team Polk in this arena. Who isn't going? If you disagree, you agree, let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe to Nerd Enthusiast. We got all kinds of nerdy stuff on there for you guys to check out, not just poker. But I'll see you guys on the next one. We're going to have weekly content for you guys going forward. Peace out. Later.